In January, Hull City lost both of their star players, Jarrod Bowen leaving for West Ham and Kamil Grosicki to West Brom. Without a league win since New Year's Day, how will the Championship side cope going forward? The first day of the decade, Hull won 1-0 over Sheffield Wednesday, the goal in that game coming from Jarrod Bowen. Following that, in the FA Cup, a 3-2 win over League One side Rotherham United, and from there, Hull have played 9 games, drawing twice and losing the other 7. In the Championship, from the start of December to the last game Bowen and Grosicki last featured in, Hull played 10 games. In those 10 games, they were able to score 11 goals, and 10 of them involved either Grosicki or Bowen. The only goal not assisted or scored by those two was against QPR, a 2-1 win where George Honeyman scored and Bowen assisted the other goal for Irvine. So it's clear that leading up to the sales, they had a huge influence on the system at Hull, and especially Jarrod Bowen. Being the central attacking midfielder, at any opportunity they were looking to play him in, attempting to make something happen, whether that be him taking a shot himself or feeding the ball through for another player. In the last game he played for them versus Huddersfield, he created 5 chances, more than any player on the pitch, and it also saw him complete 6 crosses from an attempted 12. Plus the man after him in the amount of crosses completed that game was Grosicki, completing 3 from 9 attempted. Within their current bad run, 4 games in all competitions did include Bowen and Grosicki, so it's not like their problems have come just as soon as those sales were made. Before the transfer window shut, Hull were able to bring in some new faces, and among them were Marcus Maddison on loan from League One side Peterborough United, and Malik Wilkes, another loan deal, this time from Championship side Barnsley. With these new boys joining the team in recent games, let's now look into their home game against Swansea City, a match I'll be referring to a lot throughout the video, an 8-goal thriller with each team taking a point, a 4-4 draw. We'll get onto the new signings soon, but firstly, the key player in this game who was able to make a big difference for the Tigers. Striker Josh McGinnis was the man of the match, a game in which he was able to score 0 goals, but it's the effect he had on the players around him which made Hull stay in the game. In the game, he was able to win 13 aerial duels, all in attacking areas. His role was to then lay the ball off to supporting attacking players who could run at the defence and cause problems. McGinnis completed more headed passes than any player with 7 from 17 attempted, and this quality was what Hull were able to utilise against Swansea. And with this, in comparison to their previous game, a 3-0 loss to Blackburn, McGinnis only managed to win 3 out of 13 aerial duels and didn't complete any headed passes. This meant in the 4-4 draw, getting onto the ball more from his headed passes was Marcus Maddison and Malik Wilkes, the new signings. And the proof of this shows in the amount of shots these players had, Maddison with 3 shots and Wilkes with 5. And of course, they were both able to score a goal each. Every time that Maddison or Wilkes took a touch in the box, it was a shot on goal, proving that these new signings are the ones getting into the positions to score the goals, McGinnis acting as the link-up. And once again, to compare back to the Blackburn game, Maddison and Wilkes had 3 shots combined in the penalty area. However, 2 of them being right on the edge of the area that went wide, and the other near the penalty spot but going well wide. The shots versus Swansea were right on the edge of the 6-yard box, making it difficult for the goalkeeper when they're on target, and that is exactly how they were able to bag 2 goals. In the Blackburn game, Hull's most involved player was Leonardo De Silva Lopez. In this game, he was playing at right back where he made 70 touches, 26 more than the player with the second most amount of touches for Hull, George Long the goalkeeper. We saw him getting down the right flank in attacking opportunities, attempting to make things happen, finding a pass that could create a chance for Hull. And in a game that lacked any kind of quality, it saw him complete a couple of long passes, complete 1 from 3 attempted take-ons, make the most tackles of any Hull player with 4, and make the joint most ball recoveries with 9. And as I said, this was him playing at right back when he usually plays as a central midfielder for Hull. So for the Swansea game, this is where he moved back to. What we then saw from him in the Swansea game was a player who seemed to be attacking a little bit more. He was able to pick up his first goal of the season and complete 3 out of 4 take-ons, while being defensively decent. 2 tackles won from 2 attempted, 4 interceptions more than any Hull player, 9 ball recoveries and 1 blocked cross. Possibly Lopez can start to contribute towards the attacking play a little more, as he's definitely got the ability to take players on. This could be another outlet for Hull to create chances in a game. Hull are 3rd bottom for the average amount of possession that they've had in the Championship this season, and this is very understandable. With Bowen and Grosicki being as threatening as they were, they could play on the counter and aim to get the ball to either one of those two. Without having too many chances throughout the game, Jarrod Bowen is the type of player to produce a little bit of magic from nowhere and grab the goal Hull needed in a game. So now, as we saw with the 4-goal score difficulty in Swansea, McGinnis has become a big part of the system, linking up the long balls aimed at him to surrounding players. Still, they can sit back and not have as much possession like they have been, but it's the transition that is different. The highest pass combination for them in the Swansea game was George Long, the goalkeeper, to McGinnis with 6 completed passes. Clearly, the defence is an issue. In this game, the goals that Swansea scored were fairly similar, apart from the corner kick. The first goal Swansea had on the left wing, Conor Gallagher was in the half space, the ball was played to him, and he played the ball into the centre for a tap-in. The last goal was fairly similar to that, but on the right wing, Gallagher found the space in the box, the ball bounced off him when he didn't really want it to, but Ryan Brewster finished the chance. And the other goal, Hull City's Pennington let Andre Ayew run past him into the box, he put a driving cross into the middle, which found Garrick. Errors that will need to be put out if they're going to finish well this season. If Full odds change this around, then what do their upcoming fixtures look like? Next up is Barnsley, a team struggling for points at the bottom of the Championship, a game where Hull can and should definitely turn this streak around. After that, Leeds United, a tough game against Bielsa's promotion chasing side. Stoke City and then Charlton, another team near the bottom of the table where they should really be fancying their chances. Birmingham City and then Middlesbrough, who are having a tough season in the bottom half, so for sure some games where Hull can turn things around. Comment below, where do you think Hull City will finish in the Championship coming the end of the season, and I'll reply with some of my thoughts. Come and join the Discord server, we've got a great football community growing over there, so come join us, link in description. I recommend that you don't miss out on future videos. Subscribe to Route 1 and like the video if you did enjoy.